right, mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie, and good old turkey stuffing. Let's face it is tough trying to stay fit and healthy during the holidays until now. Here with me is registered dietitian and personal trainer, Ingrid Giroud. Thank you so much for coming in,
Thanks
Ingrid.
for having me, Elizabeth.
It's great that you brought some examples of how to basically modify your Thanksgiving dinner without losing the traditional fixings. So what do we have here, and what did it take to make this?
All right, so the first we have is like a traditional turkey stuffing here. And basically what you're going to be doing with this is just adding more vegetables. So adding more onions, celery, you can add some apples in there. This one has a few mushrooms. So you want to have your bread and other vegetables about half and half.
Half and half, but definitely more veggies. And mushrooms. I've never had mushrooms in stuffing.
Yes. You can even add some fruit, cranberries to spice it up, give it a little color.
And it looks exactly the same.
Right.
All right. And what else do we have here?
So next we have, it's a crustless pumpkin pie. So by doing crustless, you're actually cutting off anywhere from 50 to 70 calories depending on what kind of crust you make.
Crustless. Now, is it difficult to, I guess, form it? It's
pretty easy. You just make the custard, the pumpkin custard, and pour it into the baking dish. Make sure you grease it so it doesn't stick to the pan.
Okay, very good.
And then here we just garnished it with a little bit of coconut whipped cream and then actually a ginger snap if you still want some of that crunchiness.
I love the fact that we didn't take away the
whipped cream?
Whipped cream, yes, thank you. This is a coconut
whipped cream. So just another option. Different flavor to try in there.
Yum. Okay, I love that. And crustless. And then, of course, mashed potatoes. We got to talk about mashed potatoes. How do you keep mashed potatoes healthy?
So actually, this one has some cauliflower added in. So you can do all cauliflower or you can do half and half like we did today. So what we did is just cooked the potatoes, boiled them. When they're almost done, you add in the cauliflower, cook the cauliflower until that's done. You add in all your seasoning, and then you just start to mash it. You can use regular potato masher like this. You can put it in your food processor, or you can use even a handheld mixer to get it really nice and creamy.
That's interesting because you're not loading up on all the carbohydrates that come along with potatoes. Half of it's potato, half of it cauliflower. What about the taste, though? Does it alter the taste at all?
It tastes pretty similar. So this one I've added in some of the chicken stock to actually help improve that flavor. It cuts out some of the fat from the butter or cream or however you like to make your potatoes. So cuts out a little bit of that, still keeps that saltiness. And you can add a whole bunch of different spices in there too.
I know, I don't cook a lot with cauliflower, but when you cook it, you're basically boiling it, right?
Yes.
I actually have a head of cauliflower in my fridge. I don't know what to do with it, but this is perfect. I'm going to try. I'm going to start practicing now. We have 2 weeks, folks, until Thanksgiving Day.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
So you can still make it healthy.
Very good. I love the cauliflower and mashed potato mix. Thank you so much, Ingrid. Always a pleasure for you to come in.
Yeah.
These modifications, by the way, and the cauliflower recipe are up on our website, casa.com. Just click on Casa Blog. All right, the time right now is 7:46. Coming up after the break, we're talking to artists Dan Stouffer and BC Nolan about the Weems Art Fest. They brought in some amazing pieces, too. You want to stick around to see that.